We are live. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Tori, and today I have all of these cool people joining me in the chat and on the screen. So the first thing we're gonna do is introduce who's sitting here so y'all know who they are, and I need to add a couple of channels in the description box real quick. But Kay, would you tell us who you are?
Sure. I'm Kayla. I have the channel Kay's Hidden Shelf. I talk about books, reading, all the fun stuff, and congratulations on 4,000 subs. I am so excited to be here and chat with all you lovely folks. But yeah, I just like talking about books and hanging out with friends.
That is fair. While I'm adding on a different screen, who's Andrew? Who are you?
God, that's a loaded question. I'm Wizard. Andrew's Wizard that reads on YouTube. I read, review books, chat with Tori. Congrats on such a fantastic milestone. Onwards to 10K. And yeah, this is your party, and you can cry if you want to.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I may do that later. So for the redacted corner of the screen, will you please tell us who you are?
So I'm currently redacted because we're going to be swapping off about halfway through. So I'm Patricia Meredith. I'm an author of mystery books, and my husband, Andrew D. Meredith, is in the chat right now. And then we're going to swap because we've got kids too, so we're juggling that too. So, but we're so excited for Tori. We are, oh my gosh. Yeah. And we've got her book too. So don't forget to talk
I was going to say that is not the right book behind you right now.
Yes, it is.
By the way.
It is a perfect book for right now.
I want to jump on too.
Yes, there you go.
Mine's that way.
Chris is like, it's over there somewhere.
Yes.
Well, thanks guys. Casey, who are you?
Hi, I like to think of myself as bookishly bookish. I have not been active on my YouTube channel because Corey, oh my gosh, that's my brother's name. I'm so sorry. Tori.
You're fine. It is not the first time I have been called that, I promise you.
Tori has got me completely hooked on K-dramas and other things that have been stealing my hyper-focus. So I have currently read this year 7 chapters of one book this entire year.
I'm so sorry.
So, it's okay.
But I'm also not.
Not sorry at all, because, you know, we're still getting through stories. Stories are stories no matter the medium. So yes, as everyone has said, congratulations on 4K. I'm very excited I could make it tonight. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, of course. Casey's been my K-drama buddy since like November. What have we been watching like twice a week for like
I think our longest K-drama night conversation was 9.5, almost 10 hours straight through. So, yeah, something like that. It was wild.
It's a serious hobby, guys. Chris, who are you?
Who am I? I am Christopher Navo. I do have a channel called Christopher Navo at the Next Chapter, and I met Miss Tori almost a year ago, and it was kind of a cool way to meet her too, because she was my captain for a readathon. And so I think when we had our little group for our little readathon, I think we just kind of grew to know each other really quickly, I think, in that month. And that's kind of how I got to know Tori. And yeah.
Kmart Readathon champions in April 2023. Yeah, that was quite a few of my closer book friends now came out of that. And I think, yeah, it was such a good atmosphere in our group chat. And I mean, I'm saying that kind of rubbing it in just a little bit because one of my co-captains is also here. So
yeah,
I'm so mad I missed that. I'm so mad I missed that.
We would have, if we had Kay on the team, we would have just blown it out of the water.
Oh, heck yeah. That was the thing. I couldn't have her on my team because she decided to be a captain, honestly.
You know what?
How dare you?
Happened. It was fun though. We got to like collaborate and work behind the scenes too, which was a lot of fun. Yeah,
it was a pretty low key readathon. everybody was just kind of, I mean, even the smack talk was pretty low key.
It was nice though. It was nice to have that friendly competitiveness, and all the team chats that were going on were nice to see. A lot of friends came
Mhm.
out of it, from what I remember.
Yeah, a lot of people made a lot of, and there were a lot of people that hadn't been super active in the community before.
Mhm.
Before then, and it was really cool to see them get involved and get excited and meet people, and so that was really
Yeah.
awesome. So, and I can't remember how many hundreds of reviews we wrote during that 1 month, but it was a lot.
It
a lot.
was close to 150 or something like that.
Wow.
Just for your group,
No, I don't.
or no,
remember.
all of us. Yeah, all of us
All of
together.
us.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot of books read.
Oh my gosh, Brian, how long have you been sitting down there? I've never. Sorry, Brian.
No.
Sorry. I feel so bad.
He's the
So,
Alice of the Brady
there's
Bunch.
Right? There's a scroll down bar for apparently once you get more than 6 people in here. So I didn't see Brian's screen pop up. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm
Thanks
glad
for
I could-
coming.
It's crazy. I don't know if it's crazy storming where you are yet, but
Yes,
it's
it is.
bonkers here right now.
Yeah.
Yep, we've had some really big lightning and thunder strikes. So if I disappear randomly, there are plenty of lovely folks who can channel take over for me briefly.
Oh,
Tori,
But yes,
I need you to make your logo like transparent, so then if I move my
you can
head,
just stick it.
Yes.
Okay, I want to get to a few comments to say hello to everybody. Hi, John. Richmond, Virginia. My younger brother and sister-in-law live there. Andrew Meredith in the chat. He'll be joining us later. Sarah Beth, hi. How's it going? Janny Wirtz, thanks for joining us, Janny, and thank you for being a wonderful guest a couple of times on my channel. It was an honor to host you. So thanks for hanging out with us. Hi, Kale. And Katie Andrews. This is my compulsive. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I heard that.
Yeah. You guys should check out Katie Andrews' books. Hold on. I have to do some author promo. Trisha, do you have your books behind you?
I don't have my books behind me.
Okay.
Andrew
Hold
will be
on.
up here in a second. Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
There we go.
Who was grabbing?
Those are
The
mine.
massive grab of South Pub.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
There we go. Everybody
Yeah.
should also read Trisha's books. They're amazing. I don't have all of them. I'm missing a couple.
I'm placing an order next month of just a Meredith order.
I already
There we
placed
go.
mine.
Yes.
My budget hasn't reset, and I've been irresponsible with my spending.
Hey, Evie, thank you. Hey, John. Another awesome channel.
I'm about to have John and Brian on my channel at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, that's gonna be crazy.
That'll be wild.
I'm calling the episode Double Trouble.
Love it.
That'll be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, let me make sure I have Brian entered on our description box real quick.
Oh, it's fine.
Nope, you're in now.
Okay.
Too late.
You don't get a choice.
No. So, Brian, since you're here now, who are you?
My name is Jean Valjean. For years during the French Revolution, I spent years, decades in jail in the Bastille for merely stealing a loaf of bread. No, I don't know where the hell
It's
I
so
came up with
dramatic.
that. Right?
And now you're
Yeah.
on BookTube. Who knew?
And now I've escaped the French Revolution. I am Brian from BellTube, and I met Tori a little over a year ago, same time as Chris Navo. We were on the Beanie Barbarians, and we rocked it out. And yeah, all the good stuff that Christopher said is absolutely true. I will back it with the BellTube seal of approval, which means absolutely nothing.
I don't know. I think it means quite a bit on BookTube lately. Your channel's been growing ridiculously fast, by the way.
It's because of you guys. It's you guys, not me.
It's the network, man.
Yeah, I think so. It's not this mug. I promise you that. I've got a face for radio. So,
I mean, it's better than having a voice for silent TV.
yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
Out of the bathroom, sir.
Evie says, since Tori and Kay are in the same room and Trisha, We need to revive the classics cage match. I know. I feel like I dropped the ball on that. So
I think
Somebody
life
didn't want to
just
read
got chaotic.
Northanger Abbey.
I know. I want to. I actually really enjoyed the first few pages of it. So I need to get back to it at some point.
I think of all of them, you would really enjoy that one.
I really liked it. Yeah, the first few pages. I like satire is kind of like hit or miss for me, but
yeah,
if it's Jane Austen satire,
right,
I'm here for it.
Her literally making fun of herself. It's wonderful.
I love it. I love it so much. Hey, Michael, thank you so much. Yeah, Pete was in the Beanie Barbarians too. Yeah,
Gosh, you guys are everywhere.
Yeah, we are.
I was recruited in the Beanie Barbarians and then placed on a different team.
Whoops. They just knew you were too much of a,
I'm a rabble rouser.
You were, yeah.
And then I was lucky last July when I was a captain, I had Brian and Pete on my team.
Nice.
That is true.
Oh.
Thank you, K2. Zin, another Beanie Barbarian in the chat.
That is true.
And Zen.
YouTube needs to have like little badges that people can add.
Oh,
Yeah.
Join their little groups for all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And everybody shows up with the little beanie badge.
Yeah.
Next to their usernames.
I've still got a chat going from the Olympics readathon. We've got our own little Discord server from Team Zeus.
Wow.
Nice. I still talk to individually more now, but I still talk to pretty much a good chunk of the barbarian team. So hi Pit6, thank you. No, thankfully my books are not falling. I would be very upset by that.
Brian always advocates it'd make great TV if the bookshelf just fell on one of us.
No,
I don't agree.
That sounds terrifying.
I don't agree at all.
Every time.
Booktube reacts to bookshelf killing other booktuber.
That's the grim dark side of fantasy.
No. Philip's going to beat us all to it. It'll be English professor reacts to northern, Minnesota guy smashed by his own bookshelves.
And it's going to be a very
professional
chill,
critique,
positive review.
Yes.
The occasion.
Yes. You see how his ear is sort of sticking out underneath that dictionary? Exactly. That representative's genre. Exactly.
it's part mystery.
It is.
Hey, Ryan,
claim
thanks.
it. Dibs.
I mean, I saw the comment.
I would type to some of the responses in chat, but it won't let me make a comment. So I don't know. That's probably it's probably my StreamYard settings. I don't know. No big deal.
You know what you could do is you could just open up your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And type.
Yeah. And type.
Oh, okay.
There you go, Brian.
That's what I was trying to reply to.
Thanks, Anitha.
I haven't talked to Anitha in forever.
Yeah, she's been reading in a little bit of a reading slump, I know, lately. We've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
She's just hiding to get away from all of her buddy reads.
Yeah, I would believe
She's
that.
like, if I don't interact and talk to anybody, they can't expect me to read all of these buddy reads that I've signed up for, and they'll forget that I was ever a part of this.
See, I have the benefit of with ADHD, I legitimately just forget about all of the buddy reads that I agree to. So, yeah. So funny story, you guys. So earlier today, very kindly, Wizard asked me if I was going to send the link to the live stream for tonight, and my response immediately was this basic panic. And what link? To the live stream. What live stream? That's tonight. That's right. I did decide we were doing that, didn't I? So yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, so my initial prod was like, I'm excited to hang out. And so she was like, yeah, I'm coming to town in a couple weeks. So then I jump over to another stream or another chat. And I'm like, hey, you going to send that link? And you're just like, what are you talking about? Oh,
no. I have the brain of a goldfish. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
That's classic ADHD right there.
Right. Well, and it's one, if I forget something that one of you tells me or a buddy read that we're supposed to do, at least you know that it wasn't like malicious in any way. It was legitimately just my brain is a sieve. So,
I mean, there's still the time I had to go onto Twitter and just do a general tweet and be like, I promised somebody I was going to do a cover reveal. I don't know who you are anymore. I know it was today, and I get this DM like 10 minutes later. It's like, it was me.
Yep. Hey, Mike, thanks so much. Okay, hold on. Author in the chat. Hold on.
It's out of here somewhere.
Traders
There
We
you
Are
go.
by Mike Roberti.
There it
This
is.
is one that I'm
Great
definitely
cover.
getting to this year. Love this one.
Love it.
I read Revenge of the Thousands, and that was fantastic.
Yes.
Mm.
Thanks, Michael. I can't decide. Beanie and bandana. I honestly don't know. Well, it's summertime now, so you guys are going to get more of bandana Tori because it's too hot for a beanie now.
I feel like we got less beanie this year.
I do too.
I do too.
I do too. Look at you just get absolutely assaulted. Ganged up on over the beanie.
All right, guys. Yikes.
You're complex.
I mean,
I think I said in your chat, I think with was it Andrew, where I think you need like an author beanie.
You do.
Probably, yes.
Separate from your Tory Talks beanie.
yeah. So when I'm on other people's channels, I can just have.
So
I
I
can
know
probably
which-
do the Bruhai mask.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
like,
that'd be cool.
yeah. So we know which Tory we're talking to.
That is,
Or Veronica.
You can literally just put on your author hat.
yeah. Sometimes I do like to prove that I do actually have hair on my channel, and then I'm always like, okay, I'm insecure, but I'm gonna leave my hair down. It's gonna be fine. And then everybody's like, oh my gosh, where's your beanie? Fine. Let's see. I would love to see a debate between John and Brian. That would be phenomenal.
What are we debating?
They probably debate that we just don't see it yet.
Yeah, right. I'm sure we could come up with something.
Okay.
I'm
cool.
sure we could come up with something.
Okay. I feel comfortable in my debating skin.
I think that would be a really funny booktube segment. Actually, is a booktube debate.
Excellent.
That would be awesome.
You need to debate the merits of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the old 1980s B movie.
Well, he would probably already know it.
I thought that
True.
was
I thought you were making that up for a second.
Oh no!
No,
Yeah.
it's real.
Don't
But
watch it.
see, like,
It's awful.
like I'm old enough to know it exists. John's old enough to like know the entire premise and who starred in it and who produced it.
I like Andrew's comment there. I'm challenging John to a debate on the greatest musical. I want to see that.
Oh.
Oh.
It's obviously Cannibal the Musical.
No, Andrew.
It's an amazing musical.
Looks like you're in the debate.
Yeah.
Whether you want to or not.
Andrew and Brian.
Absolutely. We could just tag in and tag out. I'm done. That's awesome.
I would argue probably for Into the Woods with Stephen Sondheim.
It's a good one.
Both, all of it. I like the
Yeah.
first act. I don't like the second act.
I love the whole thing.
You would, because you're grimdark. So.
Yeah.
I'm personally particular to Monty Python, but that's
Oh, Spam-A-Lot? Yes.
best production I've ever been involved in. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you.
I love Wicked. That's the one I've seen most often.
Mm.
That one and Producers I've seen most often live. So.
I got to play Jack in Into the Woods.
Did you really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's so cool.
My singing chops are no longer there though, but
I mean, I never had them, so
Neither did Rex Harrison, and he was famous. So
the strangled cat asked me to stop singing.
Yeah, Bernadette Peters is like one of my theater role. Oh, she's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Kaiju, thank you. Brian is testing something in the comments. Anita's being helpful. Let's see.
Oh, sir. Sorry,
I'm just trying to make sure I'm catching up.
Wrestling a toddler.
Hey, McScarfield, thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's see.
Doesn't have a back.
Mike, surprising no one, I like exactly one musical, Sweeney Todd. I've never seen that one yet.
That's good. That is a good one.
Little Shop of Horrors, Blues Brothers.
Why do you drool?
Navo was in Pippin too. Who were you in Pippin?
What? How do you know? Oh,
I don't know. 'Cause
She's been following your theater career for some time now, Chris.
Chris, she is a murder mystery author.
I'm like,
She
what is
knows
this
all your about people.
She totally has backstory on all of us.
Yep.
That is funny.
yeah, I was in that as well.
Awesome.
That's a hard one. That was a hard one for me.
Did you play Pippin?
I played Pippin.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
I was
Got theater
that
royalty
one
in the
was
house.
that one was high school. That one was high school. But I was completely nervous for that one. I was
Oh, sure.
oof. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go put this little man to bed. I will be back.
Sounds good. See you in a little bit, Andrew.
See ya.
Patricia knows how each of you die.
I know.
I know I'm going to go first. It's for sure.
Make
It's
it
like that.
spectacular. That's
That
all I-
establishes what this whole thing is it'll be the collapsing bookcase on me for sure.
But then that will give it away, right? It's never who you think it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Andrew is the obvious guy because he's just mysteriously left to put his child to bed. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you send this in
Honestly,
hand?
it's always the quiet one, so I'd be very sus of K, to be perfectly honest.
Oh yeah.
You know what? No,
It's
I don't
scary.
accept that.
A murderer wouldn't either, K.
Well, dang. My wallflower days have finally caught up to me.
So what is everybody currently reading? Unless you're Casey, in which case, what are you currently watching? Kay, what are you reading right now?
I'm actually reading Gallant by Janie Wirtz. I'm about halfway
Ooh.
through. So that's my first dip into Janie Wirtz writing. So
Nice.
going well. And yeah, it's just a whole elevated literary experience. So my brain feels a little melted after a while. Probably shouldn't read it before bed, but yeah.
Yeah. I tried reading To Ride Hell's Chasm before bed also and had the same. I was like, nope, this has to be a daytime read.
Yeah. I get like a page or two in and then it's just gone. I'm gone. My brain, that's the last of its capacity.
Trisha, what are you reading right now?
Well, I'm reading like 5 books right now. So the one I'm just finished was As You Wish, which is Carrie Elway's remembrances, his memoir of doing Princess Bride.
Nice.
And so I listened to the audiobook while reading it, doing an immersion read. And the audiobook is different than the book. So some of because there's quotes from different people who were in it. So all of Billy Crystal's quotes specifically are very different on the audiobook because he's giving it as a patter and then they translated it into what would kind of translate into print. But listening to it on an audiobook, he's so funny. All of them. It's so wonderful. It's a great cast of people all talking about Princess Bride. Greatest movie ever. So.
Nice. Casey, what are you watching right now?
Well, I am reading Jade City.
That's right. You started Jade City. I'm so excited.
Cool.
And I'm super excited to see that Broken Binding's next subscription is
Yes.
from the lead
So
Jade
jealous.
City. Yep. And I'm tier 1, so I'm very excited to get those in. But I'm 7 chapters into that. I am slowly getting through that because as Tori knows, I'm also ADHD and I have major hyperfocus, and hyperfocusing has been hyperfocusing since November
on K-dramas.
Yep. So I just finished Weak Hero Class 1, which is based off of a webtoon. And I am currently in episode 3, I think, of Genesis, which is one I don't think you can really find really much anywhere. I have to use my VPN to watch it. And so it's 6 episodes long, and I think I'm halfway through that one. But Tori and I have had many a conversation, hours and hours long of character, plot, theme, and it's been an absolute blast. And honestly, I've learned so much just from these discussions with the two of us on reading and writing and storytelling in general. It's been so much fun, and obviously I'm obsessed. So
same. Chris, what are you reading right now?
Yeah, like Patricia, I usually have like a multiple reads going on at the same time. I have I'm halfway through of Blood and Fire by Ryan Coyle. I am also reading my first Terry Project book, Color of Magic. I'm going in publication order. I went the Mike route.
Nice.
And then Morgan Shank's arc, Die Young.
Okay, I've heard a couple of very positive reviews of that.
Yeah,
one.
I think Esme
curious.
just put one out. So,
Yeah,
She did, yeah.
Yeah, she really liked it.
Yeah.
Cool. I think you started Blood and Fire pretty recently, didn't you? You've gotten through.
I read the fall first.
Right.
I was doing the fall and of Blood and Fire kind of at the same
Gotcha.
time. But yeah.
Gotcha.
Awesome series.
How about you, Brian?
I am reading The Brians of Al Rasan by Brian Gabriel K. It's fantastic.
That's not your first Guy Gabriel K though, right?
It is not. It is my second. And for those that think I'm serious, I'm not. It's The Lions of Al Rasan by Brian Gabriel K. But oh my gosh, so I'm only like 25 pages in, and it's phenomenal. It's like when you save up money to go to like a restaurant that you would maybe only be able to go to once every few years, and you take that first bite of 25 pages.
It's just worth it.
It's just like, yeah, I mean, between reading him and To Ride Hell's Chasm, back in April, it's like, wow, I am treating myself to some fantastic literature. So, yeah. And then I'm also reading He Who Fights with Monsters #10, which is lit RPG. So, I've got literally every, end of the spectrum covered over here. Nice. At least until the bookshelves collapse, fall. and hijinks ensue.
I mean, I feel like there would be worse ways to go, for sure.
I'm sure they've planned it out.
Well, speaking of people who have to go, so I'm going to tap out to Andrew so he can answer your question, actually, what he's reading right now.
Awesome.
But congratulations, Tori.
Thanks, Trisha. Thanks for jumping on with us.
Absolutely. I'll be in the chat. So,
cool.
Bye,
See
everybody.
you in the chat.
Brian, I hope to read Lions next month with a couple other booktubers, and that will be my second Guy Gabriel K. book as well. First, I mean, Song for Our Born. Yeah.
It's like there's a 3-page prologue, and you are hooked in the first 3 pages. I mean,
Nice.
It's just like, oh my god, absolutely.
That's literally one of the best feelings you could have.
Yeah, well, first
something like that.
The first best feeling is to open up and see a 3-page prologue, So I mean, that's like one of my
after Malazan, yep.
Right. I mean, or Wheel of Time, 113-page prologue, and meet the characters. But yeah, literally 3 pages. You're like, oh, okay, we're going right away. We're going full speed. And chapter 1 starts the same, and it's just really, really good. So, and when I look at books like that, even though they're 500 pages, they sometimes read a little bit slower. They might take me what an 800 or 900 page book might be, because you don't want to miss anything, and you almost can't. It's the same with Janny Wirtz's books. It's like if you miss a sentence, you may be quite lost in 3 chapters because there was an important sentence you just weren't paying attention to. So, yeah, I'm giving myself 10 days to get through that book, which is plenty of
Oh,
time
that's good time. Yeah.
for me. And yeah, it's good.
Nice.
And hello, Andrew Meredith. He
Hello.
I was
has
gonna
joined
say,
us.
thanks everybody for coming. We're gonna sign off now.
Bye.
Uh,
Oh, Pharmacy.
so, second Meredith author, would you like
Yes.
to introduce yourself for
Well,
the
first,
audience?
congratulations, Tori, because that's
Thank
why
you.
we're really here.
Thank you.
4,070 followers so far. Probably ain't counting me. I'm Andrew Meredith. I'm the author of Collation Saga, Needle and Leaf, and now the first book in the Sideways Tales, Quaint Creatures, Magical and Mundane.
I think have I caught everybody that was a indie author so far? I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Did I miss anybody?
It's like a proof thing that we like have each other.
Yeah, I have that. I have signed copies of that. Actually, I don't know if my Deathless Beast is signed. Hold on. Oh, it is.
Rude.
Never mind.
No.
I couldn't remember
That
if I bought
tracks.
it before or after we started talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got a bunch of reads in the chat. Silverblood Promise, I've been hearing a lot about.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think has it released officially now?
I thought it did.
I
Yeah,
thought it did.
Broken Binding just did a version of that. I
Okay,
think. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember when it came out. Hey, Derry, thank you so much. Yeah, I think it was fairly recent though.
Yes.
City of Thieves, thanks to John. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the latest, I think it's the latest one now, Chatting with Nuts with Jimmy and John from Talking Story. Man, what an awesome conversation. And John could sell any book to me without trying. Like, he's such a good salesman for books. It's amazing. So you guys should go watch that. Janny is halfway through Brian Durfee's Forgetting Moon. That's another one I'm excited to read. Ash Secret History by Mary Gentle. That one is one that I was recommended. I asked on Twitter a few days ago about military fantasy written by women. That was a very interesting thread. But one of the ones that was recommended was Ash by Mary Gentle. We have a wizard back with us. Hello, wizard.
Oh, now you put him next to me.
Yeah. behave, wizard.
Play nice.
And Brian, honestly. I should split you guys up. So wizard, what are you reading?
Going Postal.
Going
this
Postal.
month. Yeah. I've got these 3 books left for the rest of the month. Song for Our Bone.
Okay, thank you.
Going Postal. Children of Dune.
Nice. Kay, I asked you what you were reading, didn't I?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second.
Andrew, are you listening to anything?
Yeah, I'm listening to Children of Dune.
Gotcha.
Nice. Are you immersion or just audio on that one?
It started today, so far it's just audio, but I'm planning on doing immersion for Song for a Bone.
Nice.
So.
I have not read a Guy Gabriel Kay yet, and from what I've heard, Lions of Al-Rasan might be the first one I start with, because I've heard a lot of good things about that one, and I think that'll be a good fit.
It's over there buried in my book hole, but I've got it.
Well, as a documented expert of the first 24 pages, I think we've established that at this point.
Yeah.
I can confidently say those first 24 pages will resonate with you. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Love that.
Wholeheartedly recommend those first chapter.
Brian, I finished Diamantine today.
Ooh, I hope you liked it.
That end was not nice.
I don't remember the end. I probably listened to it 2 years ago. We'll talk.
That is one of the things that I think is really funny when you're talking to book friends and you're like, this part really scarred me, and they're like, I don't even remember that. And I'm like,
Right.
it's like a betrayal, you know?
Who are you?
Who are you? I am almost done with Adrian Tchaikovsky's Guns of the Dawn and absolutely loving it. 95%. So highly recommend this one. This one is like if you took Jane Austen's Lizzie Bennet from Pride and Prejudice and threw her into a flintlock fantasy warfare novel. It's amazing.
You said you're at 95% or you're loving it 95%?
Loving it 95%.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You want to pull Navo back in?
Oh,
He's
right.
in the chat.
This okay. I'm not used to having this many people on stage, so just bear with me.
'Cause you're
Hi,
loved.
Chris. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I just got back. Yoshi stepped on the power button of my computer. So.
Of course he did.
That's
Thank
typical
you,
cat
Yoshi.
behavior.
Yeah,
Makes
and
sense.
now he's like, "Hey, I'm front and center. Hello." Let's see. Going back where did I?
Hey, John, I'm Paul Lind. See, only he'll get that in the chat.
Oh wait, I need to reply to my Kickstarter for Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Do that. Oh, Andrew, I just saw your comment about Kay as the murderer.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's actually quite accurate. You know, I've got light housekeepers in the family, so
Mhm.
That is so cool. Zin is about 72 or 73% through The Way of Kings.
Sanderland.
This is one of my favorite books ever.
How are you liking it, Zin? I can't remember. You've read those before, though, right? Or no? Kaiju, currently reading Empire of the Damned, Book 2 in Jay Kristoff's trilogy. Ryan is reading Shogun. Nice. Last 500 pages of The Crippled God. It's awesome. I can't wait to get there in 10 years or so.
yeah.
That's a big accomplishment, man.
It
Last
is.
500 of
It
the
is.
last book. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
You know what,
I'll get there
Anita?
someday.
We've all been there. It's all right. Just read what you want to read. Don't worry about it. Okay. Wow. I skipped all over the place in this chat. I'm sorry.
It happens.
It happens. Derry's reading Bridgerton.
Hmm.
Let's see.
I'm assuming Derry's watching the show then.
I don't know. Derry, are you watching the show? I would assume so. Blackest Heart, another Durfee book. Okay. Moving down, making sure that I caught everybody.
Good. series.
Hey, thanks, Todd. I hope you enjoy it. Michael is reading Quaint Creatures. Never heard of it.
No, that's weird.
Yeah.
Sounds odd.
What a wonderful word, though. Quaint.
Yeah,
I don't just hit me. What a wonderful word.
it is a good word.
It's a quaint word.
It sort of self-describes itself. I love it.
Yeah.
Kind of cozy.
Yeah.
Trying to get comfortable in this chair. Okay. So, Andrew, do you want to hold up the very cool cover so everyone can see it?
Quaint creatures.
Newly minted.
Newly minted.
And it came in good on the first try, which is great.
Woo! Nice.
Yeah.
Love it when that happens.
Yeah, you never know.
Philip Chase, 100%.
Easy.
Easy answer. Easy answer. That is
Cruel-
a joke,
cruel
just for
to be
anyone who's
kind.
concerned.
Under that mild manner tweed jacket
Right?
It's all a facade.
100%.
lies the heart of a supervillain.
Yep. Anita thinks you're rude, Andrew.
It's fine.
Yeah.
She said she wanted to do half an hour so she could go introvert.
Nice.
I understand that.
She said, "You extrovert for hours, it's
Yes.
fine." I'm like, "You got it."
Oh, I
gonna close this
connect
show
to
out.
that on such a hard level.
So hold on. We've got four extroverts and 3 introverts on the stream at the moment, I
Yeah.
think.
I can be
Yeah.
an introvert and I can be an extrovert.
Can
I
you,
can-
though?
I can be an
BookTube.
extrovert, but I don't like it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm about the same. I have a limitation kind of thing.
Mhm.
I need that pin with the battery that slowly moves down to red.
I'm the guy
That would
who's
be
Like a
me.
Sims meter.
Yeah,
like a
it'll
Sims
hover
meter.
around the yellow and red for most of the time.
I'm the guy that goes to parties and hangs out with the dog and cat.
Yes, yes.
Valid.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry if my dog bothers you. No. I want your dog to bother me.
Yeah.
Please let your dog bother me.
I will literally put a cape on and go to that party. Fight crime and suppress evil.
Oh man. Let's see. That I will say of the readathon, that was something that I thought was really funny. Is of the 4 captains from the April readathon last year, I was the only extrovert, and that was really funny in the group chat. It's like, I feel out of place right now. Hi guys, how's it going? And everybody's like, hi.
It was awesome though, because I think it reflected in your team too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were kind of, they were a raucous group of humans, and I loved it.
It was awesome.
I could never, ever be a team leader on readathon. No way. I would go bonkers. I'd be like, wait a minute. You haven't started reading your 3rd book yet? What are you doing? I'm coming over right now.
Yeah, it's fun, but the tracking and all that is
It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
Yeah. And I was one of those like helicopter parents with the spreadsheet. So I was updating it like every 10 minutes. So.
Well, I had speedy readers on my team the second time around, and I was just like constantly updating. And I kind of went an extra mile. I was making this like map, kind of like incentive kind of thing for, people to, get more books in and updating that. And yeah, I mean, it was fun, but reading the reviews, doing all that tracking, it was exhausting by the end of July.
Yeah.
Living in the group chat the whole time. Yeah. I think Brian, you were our first Beanie Barbarian to hit 15 points though. I think that was you. Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
Brian, I think you were first for the Tsunami Sea Dogs too.
I probably was. I take reading very seriously. I must cross that finish line.
See, but what was great about that, Brian, is like you were mentioning that you would be the person who's like, have you not started your 3rd book yet? Like, I did some of that, but the lovely part was I had a couple of you guys that finished really early, and then you guys were kind of playing bad cop a little bit, so I didn't have to do anything. It was great.
Well, it helped. I had Ty on my my second buddy read because he did all the cheerleading for me, so I didn't half the time I didn't even have to chime in. Ty already had it posted before I even got out of bed, and it was like, yes, go Ty.
Ty was my assistant captain also, and he was quite good at that. John had an epic pitch for City of Thieves.
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
What's City of Thieves again?
It's a book.
It's got pages in it.
There's thieves.
Words.
There's a city.
Ink.
It's the one by David Benioff, one of the creators of the Game of Thrones show, or the producers. Yeah. Sarah Beth reading 3 Kinds of Lucky, the new Kim Harrison set in Tucson. Nice. Urban fantasy. Took me a minute. I was like, UF, what does that stand for?
I've been told I need to go back to Kim Harrison because I read one book and was not a fan. And, I'm a huge urban fantasy sucker. So maybe I need to go back and revisit her.
Did you ever get around to Patrick Samfire's? What's the series called?
I don't know because I've never heard of the author.
The first book was Shadow of a Dead God, right?
That one.
I have that one.
Oh, nice.
Somewhere.
It's urban fantasy-ish.
I have a Kindle version of that song.
Mostly.
That book.
I'm the one who's got juice.
I just have water, I promise, guys.
Urban fantasy really tends to have that really kind of rough start, and then once you get established into that series, it really starts to get deep and take off for quite a few of them. At least in my experience, I went through a phase where urban fantasy was the only thing that I was reading. I wanted nothing to do with medieval space, nothing. It was just urban fantasy, and that seems to be the trend.
Yeah.
I like Alex Verus more than I like Dresden.
That's fair.
Rock on.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got to get you into Sandman Slim and Eric Carter.
Everybody keeps telling me about that. If only I had the room in my
TV.
So let me just shove over these 400 books.
Make room
and just cram in just a few more.
Yes.
Yeah, my want to read on Goodreads coasted over 500 today, and we're not talking about it.
I believe we are. In fact.
Hey, and your videos posted has gone over 300 now too. I want to point out.
Is it really? That's awesome.
Yeah, she's got 300 videos posted and 4,000 followers and 500 on her.
You're more on top of my channel stats than I am. I don't. I knew I was getting close to 300.
That is fantastic.
That is awesome.
That's a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Rory, I don't want to hear it.
You know what, Wizard? You read faster than
mine.
You read faster than everybody. You make more videos than everybody. You know what? Just overachiever over there, okay?
I think I'm at like 850 videos or something like that.
Wow.
That's insane.
I don't even know if I'm at 50 yet.
I'm pretty certain I'm still at 8
videos.
But they're really good 8 videos.
I don't know. I don't know about that. One of them I'm proud
Speaking
of.
of which, for everybody in the chat and watching right now, before I forget, go down in the description box below, and links to all of these lovely people are down there. And if you haven't already subscribed to their channels, please do, because it's worth it. And they are all wonderful and have awesome content. So
thank you.
There's that.
Tori, I'm reading Howling Dark.
Ooh.
No one's surprised. It's surprising no one.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
How are you liking it?
I'm 33% in and it's great. And it's
You've
not,
been
it's not the first
binging
book.
through those.
Well, it's my audiobook and I'm doing a lot of stuff on the computer.
That's
so
fair.
The narrator is amazing.
So good. Well, he plays one of my favorite villains in TV. He plays Sergeant Simcoe in Turn. And so he's a great actor. And his characterization is just lit. Yeah.
Nice.
His Hadrian Marlowe.
So easy to track. Yeah.
It's good.
Very cool. That's my favorite book in Sun Eater so far.
Awesome.
Yeah. Love that book, Howling Dark.
I read 1 and I've read 1.5 and now I'm reading 2. And I'm gonna do it in chronological
Cool.
number order.
In the next 3 months, probably doing Queen Amid Ashes, then Dregs of Empire, and then I can move on to Disquiet Gods.
Cool.
I only read the first 2, but yeah, Howling Dark blew me out of the water. That was.
And I really loved Lesser Devil. It was really good. Yeah.
I'm hoping to start Sun Eater this year. Maybe. Please caveat with the maybe, Zin, in the comments.
and we're gonna get Ben to read it too.
Yeah. I think I have the audiobook
Alex.
of the first one.
I can promise you Ben is going to super like books 2 and 3 because there's Gene Wolfe stamped all over the thing. Ben will love it. Now, you'll like it too. Don't worry. You won't run into problems till 4 and 5.
Brian. You should know me well enough by now to know that the way you don't sell me a book is put Gene Wolfe anywhere
here's
near
the
it.
deal. Here's the deal. It's not in his style, but there's certain things he will recognize that you won't see at all. That
great.
You won't see that.
Love that. Okay.
So
his
remember,
ability to reference sci-fi and historical culture is just astounding. Like,
yes,
book 2 is so Blade Runner meets Battlestar Galactica to start, and it's like, okay, I'm in. This is cool. Yeah.
Rockio has read Gene Wolfe, but he didn't read it until people started comparing his series to
okay.
Gene.
That makes me
So
feel
it's not
better.
a direct inspiration.
Okay.
He didn't read it until people were like, "Hey, you write a lot like this." Or,
Brian's like, well.
Yes,
Yeah.
Zin, we did say Sun Eater. I'm listening to number 2 right now.
Zin has been like trying to get me to pick up the first book of Sun Eater since the readathon last April. So
I think you'll love Empire of Silence for sure.
I think you will too, Tori. After you're left
I'm
for
excited.
Red Rising, I think you will.
What is
need
this
to
from?
change my
Trouble.
video.
Oh, that was one of the names from the team.
Yeah, that was
wasn't it?
one of the summer names.
That's awesome.
That was whose team was that? Man.
Bryce still had the best name. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, Bryce's original name was hilarious because you
Yeah.
couldn't pronounce it. It was he just threw together like a bunch of consonants, and that was the name of his team for like the longest time.
But when he changed it to Sand in my Glockta,
Sand in my Glockta.
Oh my goodness, I'm so far behind in the chat.
Derek, I will say you're gonna like Sun Eater based on your comments on Andrew's Discord about my books today.
Taking a break from Malazan and starting Long Price Quartet. Yay!
Yay!
Very good.
Love that.
I finally got this bind up. I paid too much for it, but I have it.
Yay, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, those are expensive.
Yeah. I didn't realize that they were such a big deal because I bought mine off a book outlet, I think, like 2 years ago.
I have the I have the individual ones.
Ooh,
Oh, that's nice.
The hardcovers.
If I couldn't get that, that's the route I was going to go.
Anitha will talk. There was two scenes that
Talking about Guns of the Dawn.
Guns of the Dawn that I didn't like the execution, and we'll talk about it. Hey, Laura. Everybody go subscribe to Laura.
I'll be on Laura's channel here soon.
Nice.
She did a great vlog today.
Nice.
Yeah, she's reading Abercrombie.
Yep.
Right
Yep.
now, yeah.
Age of Madness,
Sorry.
book 2.
She's a little.
She and
She's
I-
ahead of me. I'm only on the standalones right now, but
She and I just read Iron Gold together. That was really fun.
Was it though, Tori? Was it?
Yeah,
When-
it was.
when are you going to do Dark Age? Have you thought about that
June
yet?
probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to wait that long. Now that I'm
I'm
starting.
waiting for your voice messages.
I'm excited. I'm very
As,
excited.
as soon as you start messaging me, I'm just gonna go make popcorn, and that's my day.
Okay. I have
Yeah,
no
let's just
idea.
dump the anxiety under her shoulder early. Let her get used to it.
Yeah, it's so funny because under my Iron Gold vlog, I've had a couple friends that were just like, "Oh man, like I can't wait for your comments on Dark Age. It's gonna be." I'm just like, wow, I'm getting like, geez, guys, I'm getting kind of nervous here. Let's see,
It's my least favorite of all of the books.
which probably means it'll be my favorite.
Okay.
There you go.
Kidding. No, Wizard, we have kind of this weird like overlap most of the time, but when we disagree on books, like we really disagree on books, I feel like, which has been kind of interesting to chat about.
Nico and I used to be pretty much, and we just slowly deviated.
Long-term marriages will do that to you, Wizard, you know?
It's fine. He's getting ready to have a kid, and I should just let him go live his life with his wife.
Derry is watching Bridgerton. I'm catching up, guys, I promise. Let's see. Sophia Morrow. Thank you so much, Sophia. Let's see. Sophia is one of the most incredible reviewers on Goodreads. Like, her reviews are so good. Let's see. John Morrow is her dad.
oh,
For anybody that doesn't know.
I was like, I recognize the last name.
Nice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like the crustacean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the beanie crustacean. Yeah, we do.
Right there with you, Patricia.
We do. Yeah, I agree.
Awkward,
I'm kidding.
awkward moments.
Hey,
Awkward
you like
moments
us.
found.
I can just wait until I get to meet Kay in person, and then just send her from the room screaming with my energy.
See, Wizard, I feel like you and I should go visit Canada together at the same time.
Yeah.
She'll never
Just
speak
show up
to
at
either
Gay's
one of us
door.
again.
Unannounced.
If we do that to Canada, we're going to end up with like 10 more states.
I'll have the snacks ready. Don't worry.
Excellent.
Just get the poutine ready.
Yeah, that's it. I'll have the pisin. I'll have all the bread and everything. It'll be good.
It'll be great. Kale, I feel like there's a huge spectrum for both introvert and extrovert, honestly. Like, it's not as polarized as people make it sound. Because I know very social introverts and I know very antisocial introverts. So there's definitely like,
And it depends on the day.
Tiers.
I mean,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
There are some days
Yeah.
where I just can't. I can't with anyone, probably even myself. And there are other days where it's easier and just
Yeah.
fluctuates.
I really think for me, it depends if there's food. If there's food, I'm not talking. I'm eating.
That's
I mean,
fair. That's fair.
If I'm bored enough, I will go into various chats and just say, "Pay attention to me."
can confirm.
you are a cat. No, you're a Shiba Inu, honestly.
It's
Yeah.
It's usually the Voxer chat with Murphy and Nico and I, and we'll have heard nothing for like 2 days, and all of a sudden Andrew's in there like, pay attention to me, guys.
Hey guys, hey
guys.
Me, I could disappear for weeks and I'd be like, so we're good, right?
I would be
I'm
very
good.
concerned if you disappeared for weeks.
Well, I mean,
I would come find you.
after seeing each other for at least twice a week since November, then yes, that would be concerning.
I would be concerned. Yes. Definitely more of that. Okay.
I want to know how Kale's getting such good reception from Andromeda.
Aren't Shiba Inus super hairy?
No. They're like a little fox. No, they're super well behaved in public, but they are not well behaved at home.
They're like a shorter haired version of a tan husky.
What am I thinking of?
With an absolute attitude.
With an absolute attitude.
All I'm hearing is toddler.
Maybe
all I'm hearing.
Maybe a chow, Andrew.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What?
Maybe a chow.
Chow chows. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you're not a chow.
Chris, it's like you read my mind.
You must be friends.
As a chow mix owner, you are not a chow, but I've had a Shiba and you are a Shiba.
My family grew up and we bred Rottweilers.
Nice.
Roddy puppies are so dang cute.
Roddies are my favorite dogs.
Oh, their puppies are so cute.
They're really cute.
Yeah, Ryan's right. The Doge is a Shiba Inu, and Doge exemplifies Shiba so well.
Kylo the Doge.
I thought about
got a Shiba.
I thought about breeding.
His name is Mr. Buttons.
I thought about breeding ragdoll cats for a while. That was the thing I almost did.
So my sister has a ragdoll cat.
They're so awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Laura, are you talking about Empire of Silence? I'm assuming. Oh, yep. Okay. What do you need to? Oh, Guns of the Dawn. Yeah, I will Voxer you guys later. I'm almost done. See, I will probably finish it tonight.
It's funnier if you just leave Pete on red.
I'll tell Anitha about my thoughts about Guns of the Dawn.
Yeah, tell Anitha and don't tell Pete, and he'll get just very angry about it.
He is a moderator in my Discord though, so I have to be a little nice to him sometimes.
Fine.
Okay, I'm catching up. I'm sorry, guys. Zen says, I don't know how my opinions overlap with Andrew as he DNFs everything.
I don't DNF everything. I DNF maybe
most of it.
15 to 20% of what I read.
That's true. Let's see.
That's how I read so much, because I read quality. Ouch.
You have an excited fellow Canadian in the chat. Okay.
I would lose my Canadian card. Okay, if I said it wrong.
How do you say it correctly? I said
Putin.
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 You sound Russian.
It's French.
Oh, I like that. It's pretty.
It's the French accent. Putin.
Putin.
Yeah, Putin.
All I hear is Russian.
It's a Putin.
Like the name Etienne, but with poo at the beginning. Got it.
There you go.
Kay, when is the next Baking with Kay episode?
Yeah, I love those shows. I love that.
I'm not sure. I have the next one planned, but it depends on a few factors because it takes the better part of a day to record that. So, because it's a one-man show, right? For recording and then doing all the shots and then baking in between and then going, oh no, I put the wrong amount in the batter and then doing it over again. So yes, I do have the next one planned. So eventually.
Ooh.
Okay, I think I'm at the bottom of the comments, everybody. Okay, so I have a question for you guys, since we're all here. If you could pick one book that I have not read yet and make me read it, what book would that be?
Iron Prince.
Okay, thank you, Wizard.
Curse of Chalion.
I kind of figured that would be your pick. Hold on, where's my pen?
And it's
I'll just go back.
800 pages long.
I know. Thanks, Wizard.
But it's so good. You would love it.
I'm gonna love it. I know I'm gonna love it. I promise. I will read it. So, Curse of Chalion and Iron Prince. Chris has left the building.
Have
Grabbing
have
his
you,
Gone hunting.
Ran away.
have you
Go ahead.
have you read Project Hail Mary?
Not yet.
That's the one I would say
That's
for
the one
you.
you picked.
It's really
Okay.
good.
Okay. Am I gonna like it more than The Martian?
I did, but I'd say most people are 50-50 on it. I landed on the Project Hail Mary side, but I also love The Martian.
I wish
Okay.
I could have gotten the broken binding editions of the Andy Weir books.
They're
I can't
so
find it,
pretty.
but
That's what I've got up there.
I can't find it right now. But I think I mentioned it to you already, Tori. But I want you to read some old school sci-fi. I want you to read Joan Joan Da Vinci's Snow Queen.
Okay. Nice.
Ooh,
I'm
I
up for
like
that.
Laura. I like Laura's suggestion too.
Yes, Piranesi I have on my shelf, and my husband and I are both going to read it. And I actually think, regardless of what I think about it, I think Ben's going to love it because that sounds like a book that's going to be very much in his wheelhouse.
I'm 25% of the way into it, and I'm loving it.
Nice.
Yeah,
But
this is
No
absolutely
terms will I like Piranesi.
mind-blowing. What's that?
I've been told I will not like Piranesi.
It's
Based on-
it's poetry.
I
It's
still
one
have
of my
to read- I
favorite
still
things
have to
I've
read
ever
it,
read.
too, So
It's
I
it's
still
one
have
of
to
my
read it.
all-time favorites for sure. Especially, I mean, it's like 150 pages, maybe not even that. It's an all-timer for me.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
and Brian, did you like Jonathan Strange?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did, but this is just super different. I mean,
Absolutely.
you can
It's
tell
still
it's
her,
the same.
but-
It's right. You can tell it's
yeah.
the same author,
Yeah.
but it's
Not
just
necessarily Shell. So,
Hmm.
so yeah, drop some recommendations. If you guys in the chat too could make me read one book that you think I'd really like, what is it? Kay, do you have a book?
There you go.
I feel
Tori.
like you might know what it is.
Yes, and look, it's on.
She knows.
Okay, so here's my next read. Okay,
Okay.
after I finish Guns of the Dawn, and do you know what my read is after that?
Oh, thank yes.
They
I
got
need
me to
hear
read that one.
Yeah, you've been recommending that one for ages, and I have no excuses left. So
More people need to read it.
I will
It
be
works as a
reading it.
standalone. It's great fantasy.
I wish he would come back and is he writing? Do you know?
So when I did talk to him last, he said that depending on how things went, because he started writing that in COVID when everyone was in lockdown, and not going into the office is what allowed him to write. So I imagine if he ended up having to go back into the office, his writing kind of slowed down. But I haven't heard anything recent. I do remember him saying that he worked this one as a standalone in case he couldn't write fast enough or continue
Just a
due
chunky
to
book.
life. Yeah. Yeah. But it's
I've
great.
heard it reads
No.
very fast, though.
John,
Yeah.
there is a specific scene in Speaks the Nightbird that would make Tori shut that book and walk away.
I'll take your word for it.
this has been Talking Story.
Right.
It's
So-
a really good book, but the problem with Robert McCammon is he's always got to put one really messed up scene in every book. And the one in Speaks the Nightbird involves a horse.
Oh
Nope.
no. No. No.
Nope.
I saw Jamie
Casey.
mention
Ooh,
Carol
Name of the
Bird.
Rose.
the Song of the Beast. That was what I was going to
Mm.
mention. It's one of my all-time top favorites, and Carol Berg is absolutely phenomenal. But since she mentioned that one, I am going to suggest The Will of the Many by James Islington. His newest one that starts his new series. It is one of my top favorite books of all time. Now I absolutely love it. It's phenomenal.
I'm excited about that one. I bought it pretty much as soon as it came out because it sounded really good.
It's so good. And the improvement of his writing from the Lycanius trilogy is just palpable. You can feel it, see it. It's quite impressive, really, if you are a reader of the first trilogy, to see just how much he's improved from that series to this one.
I think the thing with Islington's Lycanius is it's just because of the way the story is worked, it's just messy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And so he streamlined it, and it really ended up working for him in Will of the Many.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in 3 books with that series. There are a lot of things that I think could have been really honed in and done much, much better. But I mean, it was his first trilogy, and that's not necessarily an excuse. But you can absolutely tell that he's done the work to improve, which is so cool to see.
Meow.
Hi, Zayden.
Sorry.
Like,
Sorry.
Forgetting Moon is one that I have up on my. I have the whole trilogy up on my shelf. I am very excited to read that one.
highly recommend it.
So, here's the thing.
We were just talking about this.
We were just, Wizard and I were just talking about this today. So, Empire the Vampire, I have bounced off of the first page like 3 times. I read the sample on Amazon like 3 separate times. It's like, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it's just fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then I'll read it and I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I'm not opposed to trying it at some point. I'd probably want to do it as a buddy read with somebody so that I could.
I'll buddy read it with you. I haven't read it yet.
Deal. Okay.
Mhm.
I will join the buddy read.
Okay.
Sweet.
Done. We're cool. Buddy read set up. Awesome. Andrew, Casey and I will forget about it.
Yes.
Within the next 2 hours.
No, I'm going to forget about it in the next 2 hours.
We are hopeless. So-
Yeah, depending when you guys
Laura's going to join, and she's going to keep us on track.
depending when you guys do it, I'll do it. I'll join.
Oh man, this is like a whole. We're gonna just do a read along here. Let's do it.
I mean, I have the book. I just
Everybody
haven't-
thinks I'm going to hate it, but if I do hate it, I can just unhull it.
And I'm
I
putting that
think-
book down a hall.
I think
His
it's
face.
gonna be a little too edgelord for me. I really do. Like I don't know.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to reading it.
I'm gonna look forward to reading it with you all. I've not read Piranesi, but I'm going to. Men at Arms is going to be, I think, Ben and my audiobook when we drive down to Kentucky in June. I'm very excited about that. Because Carrot is like one of my all-time favorite characters in fantasy after one book. And so I can't wait because I've heard that he features even more in Men at Arms.
He does.
I'm so excited.
My favorite is number 6, which is Night Watch. It's so good.
I mean, I'll get there.
Have you
Pratchett
done
is
Thud yet, Andrew?
good.
Huh?
Have you done Thud yet, Andrew?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've done the whole Night Watch, City Watch collection.
So, Shad, I actually have the first book of this on my Kindle because of somebody else on this live stream who's been yelling about it.
Also on my TBR.
Nice. Yeah, yep. Not to name any names.
Hey, there's going to be a physical version of the first one here soon.
Like, cool.
It's like a 6 million, isn't it? No, how many million words is that?
I don't want to talk about it. It's currently about 2.5 to 3 times longer than the Wheel of Time.
That's wild.
No,
Well, it
thank
sounds like we need one of those bookbinder channels that did the Wheel of Time as one book to do Wandering In as one
You're
book.
talking about Nerd
Nerd
Forge?
Forge.
Nerd Forge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love
Yep.
Martina.
She's so
awesome.
cool.
She's so cool.
It was
I wanna
funny.
be
I
here when I
didn't,
grow
I
up.
didn't equate, like in the video, I only watched the bookbinding part. I didn't watch the part when she said Daniel Green. And so then I saw it on Daniel's shelves and I was like, that looks really familiar. And then like, I went back and watched her video again. I was like, oh, that's because it is.
Mhm.
Where's the invite code? Okay. I'm being yelled at in the chat. I mean,
Mike's
Mike.
alive.
Hey, Mike's
yeah,
here.
Mike, if you
alive.
want to join in,
Yay.
he has not been eaten by a tornado. That is,
No.
this
No.
pleases me
That's good.
greatly.
Yeah.
Been nuts. I have friends in Omaha, and when they got hit by that huge tornado, but everyone was safe. But man, that like ripped through like I think south of Omaha, most of South Omaha. It's like an F5. Like the whole Midwest is just
That's scary. That's the season here too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I wasn't
thought
sure. At
1,000
first, we
names.
were going to have a tornado warning for tonight, but thankfully we weren't because I was like, I'm having a live stream. Anitha says 1,000 Names by Django Wexler. Django Wexler's been on kind of the fringes of my radar for a I
same.
thought
Aren't
the
those
first
like
3
chunkers
books were
too?
really
Those are
good.
chunkers,
I
aren't they?
bounced off of book
Mhm.
4.
John, I do want to read a McCammon at some point. I'm not sure which one yet.
Boy's Life.
I mean, I have that one on my Kindle, so.
Boy's Life is a safe bet.
Cowboy Angels by PJ Macaulay. Nice. I have randomly downloaded a book off of Amazon the other day called Cowboy Necromancer, just for the fun of it. And I was like, that sounds like fun. Let's go.
That's not for research.
No. No. Definitely not. Lost my comments. Noble House or King. You know what? I just bought a physical copy of Taipan, and I do intend to continue with that series because Shogun was amazing.
Than Shogun. Wow, that's big.
I've heard that. I think Alan has even said that he liked Taipan more than he liked Shogun, which is impressive. Name of the Rose.
Was that by
Cersei.
Umberto Eco?
It is.
Yes.
It got to a point. I got about 10% into that, and then he just started describing stained glass or something, and I just got the book and walked away. I
loved the book. I loved the movie, and I really want to watch the miniseries that came out a couple years ago.
I can't stand when somebody lists a half a page worth of crap in a book. I will walk away, and Umberto Eco did that.
Depends on the crap.
Okay. That doesn't necessarily bother me, Kale. That's an assumption that a lot of people make about me that I think is really funny. Casey, there's an inside joke there, but yeah, like, I think it's more just the tone of it is going to be a little bit edgier than I typically like to read. Ryan says, Andrew, you will hate it viscerally. Derry loves it. Anita says, buddy, read a good book. I'm excited. This is going to be, we need to make a group chat for this. It's going to be great fun.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah. Mature means different things to different people though, too. So it'd be interesting, but I get what you mean.
Mature.
I prefer mature edgy, I think, over any angst. We don't want angst up in this house here. No angst.
Yeah, I think the other trilogy he did was more angsty.
Nevernight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, I sent you a link.
He said he's editing.
He's out. He's got to edit.
Why are you complaining in my chat then? Where's my link? I don't need it.
Come by to complain your comments and leave.
Just dropping some comments. Bye.
Where's my invite? Bye.
Right? Oh, Sal. Funny story about that. Laura did actually get me to download a couple of romance novels onto my Kindle.
Who are you?
I know. I don't know. She's like, I think you're really gonna love these. We'll see. Who's Laura? Remind me the name. Emily Henry. It's the name of the author, I think.
I think
what is that?
I think
it has
she
a parasol on it.
I think she put it on another comment.
No,
I think it was Emily Henry. Yeah.
Honestly, Tori, I think you would hate this, but I still.
So guys, this for anybody watching, I told several of you this already, but in June, I am going to be buddy reading Bride by Allie Hazelwood with Murphy Napier. And the only reason I'm reading this book is because Murphy didn't want to read it by herself. She wanted to have somebody to complain about it with.
To be fair, he was just trying to guilt us all into it.
And you said you and Nico decided to be cowards and say no. So
I just want to let you know, Tori, that my DMs are open anytime you need to cry. So,
I won't be crying. I won't be crying. I will be raging. Probably.
Yeah, my DMs are open. So you know.
So look forward to that.
Yep. I promise I will only laugh a little.
Just finished Guards. It's so good. It's one of my top reads this year so far. Easily.
You can say hi.
I blame you.
Hi.
Hi, Kaya. Yeah, I heard through the grapevine that Mike was very close to a tornado, and that's terrifying. So I'm glad that you are home safe. Australians are an interesting breed of human. They're very cool and interesting people. Like everyone I've ever met is just a character and a half. I love that. Mike says swan song.
Right there.
That's what I've heard too, Derry. So I'm definitely open. We'll see what happens.
Mhm.
Lonesome Dove is another one I'm really excited about.
You
Ooh,
will
I
not
take
like
one.
Lonesome Dove.
Then I take.
Yes, I will. I loved the TV series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Childhood memories there.
Yeah, I loved the TV series.
I DNF'd it so fast.
Lonesome Dove.
Yeah,
What?
all it is a bunch of men thinking about prostitutes.
See, maybe I will like the TV series better.
Oh.
I don't know.
Let me just switch that one up.
Folks, don't listen to this guy over here. No,
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
you're
The-
100% wrong.
The
It's
first
an
20
amazing book.
chapters is just guys thinking about ladies of the night.
No, it's a couple guys. There was no internet. There was nothing. You're on a trail from Texas to Montana.
There's no internet.
You're trying not to die. What do you? I mean, yeah, they gotta.
Oh man,
It's really good.
I loved the TV series, so I'm
Maybe it changes after the first 4 chapters, but there was so many, like literally, if there was any more mentions, I would have just burned the book instead.
I stand
It's
corrected.
it's
It
the
did
next
get worse.
level. It's the next level of DNF for Andrew. Is
Yes,
burn the book.
burn the book.
So I'm gonna have to make this a regular segment on the channel where I just have a therapy session with Derry after I read certain books. Ship of Magic was great fun. We had a really good discussion about that, and it was honestly it was interesting because when I posted the video about how I felt about Ship of Magic before we did the discussion, I was honestly a little nervous about posting it because I had no idea like how people were going to take that critique of it. And that has been one of the most lovely comment sections in a video I've ever had. Like, it was so great. Everybody brought a lot of really great points and discussion and their experiences with the books, and it was just lovely. So thank you to everybody who participated in that. That was really awesome. Yes, Emily Henry. She got me to download a couple of Emily Henry books. So I don't know. This is what happens when you get on BookTube and you make friends, is they make you read things
Yeah.
that you would never read. Yeah, you tell him, Derry. See, Andrew, we are gonna like guilt trip you into reading this. See, even Laura, who's in her romantasy era, says it's awful.
Well, I think I'm gonna head out. It's pumpkining hour for me, but
Sounds
congrats
good.
again. Thank you
Thanks,
so much for
Kay.
having me.
Good night, Kay.
Everybody go
Night.
subscribe to Kay.
Thank you. Have a good chat.
I'll go unsubscribe and then resubscribe.
Brilliant. Solid plan, Andrew.
Amen.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night, Kay.
You too.
That's not a popsicle. That's plastic.
I'm in the middle now. It's weird.
Thank you.
Hey, Caden.
In a weird continuance of your Ship of Magic comments, I'm getting them in my Discord DMs. I'm having some amazing conversations. Awesome. Love that. Love that. Okay. I was thinking about turning the table and picking a recommendation for each of you that showed up on my live stream after asking you for a recommendation of something I should read. So you can totally ignore me and never read it if you want, but I'm gonna look at my shelves and like randomly pick something real quick because
We can
curious.
fake like we will for the next hour. It's okay. This
Okay,
is all about
perfect. Yes, this is.
I'll actually do it. You
Yeah, I know
me,
you
I'll
will.
do it. Yeah.
You know what's so? Wizard and I are going to do a. Are you okay with me sharing this, Wizard? About our. I just figured. So in July we're going to do the BookTube Bestie controls my reading for a week.
Oh,
And so anything I read for a whole week, Andrew gets to pick whether I DNF it or not, and then vice versa. So that's going to be super fun. But what I would love to do is I want to continue doing that. And so all of you at some point, I may reach out to and be like, hey, do you want to control my TBR for a week? because I'm Casey's like, let me at it.
Yes.
So it's relegated to things I already own so that I don't have to go out and buy new books. But because I am trying to read my shelf also. But yeah, I thought that would be super fun. And it would probably get me reading books that I might not get to as soon otherwise. I'm going to read Curse of Shalion before I let Andrew into my TBR, because then you'll have to pick something else.
That's fine.
But okay, Andrew, I think you and Trisha both would
Okay.
really enjoy Guns of the Dawn.
All right. Except for one part.
Except for one part, yep. But it's not Children in Peril. So we're good. Yeah.
So Trisha can read it.
Yes. And I thought of her right away. I got like a few chapters into this book and I was like, I think Trisha would really like this.
Sweet.
Okay, who's next? Casey. Casey. What do I give you? I mean, you're reading Jade City. That's probably what I would have picked for you.
Just think K-dramas and you know exactly what I like.
I know. Let's see. I'm looking at. You haven't read Never Die yet, have you?
Mm-mm.
Never Die by Rob J. Hayes.
I have it, but I haven't read it.
Largely because I want you to read all three of them.
Because I want you to love it and keep going.
Yes. Brian. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. What are books? What have I even read?
You saw something brown in the kitchen?
I will show you.
Go show me.
I would love your take on a Juliette Marillier book, Brian.
Okay.
Like Daughter of the Forest.
Yes. Please.
I would be very interested in your thoughts on that.
Okay. I'm adding it to my TV. I'm adding it now.
It's almost like there's such an ethereal quality to her writing, and it's a very like fairy tale historical fantasy vibe, but it's so character driven and really beautiful. And because you tend to appreciate books that aren't like a hustle through the storyline, like it's very much it's not fast paced, but it's really, really beautiful.
What's the name of it?
Daughter of the Forest by Juliette Marillier.
Daughter of the Forest.
It is my top favorite book of all time.
Well, it's right there. Boom, just added.
It's very good.
It's an absolutely beautiful book.
I'm adding it now, Anita. Okay.
Yeah, but it's too late because now it's my recommendation. Oh, man.
I was in the middle of writing 5,000 words that day when you suggested it. I wasn't really.
I just want to
I'm
call out
sorry.
real quick. I miss Anita so much.
I know. Where has she been?
Anita, we want you to come back.
Yeah.
Sal, I'm open to that. Send me a DM and I can always add it to my Amazon wish list. But it depends on what you're sending me. But yes, send me a DM. Awesome, Trisha. Derry agrees. Yep, I think you guys would really like it. I don't know about you guys.
To read Keeper Chronicles too. I've recommended it to Tori, and Andrew needs to read that too.
Which one?
Keeper Chronicles by J.A. Andrews.
It's too many Andrews.
Nobody listens to Andrew.
Well,
there's a whole book. There's a whole book
last
about
name.
that. There's a whole children's book about that. It's called "Nobody Listens to Andrew." I read that a lot as a kid.
It does sound familiar.
5 stars.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I always get a little nervous when I recommend books to people because I'm like, on the off chance that they absolutely hate it. And they're just like, oh my gosh. Yes, Trisha, Casey would love Spy X Family. For those of you that have not seen it yet, I actually added Your Forger to my little collection up here because she is awesome. Legitimately one of my favorite female manga or anime characters in like forever. Yes.
I do need to start that one.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm on just finished volume 10 and I think 12 is coming out in August. Okay. So there's going to be probably like 25 to 30 volumes and it's on 12 right now.
So you're saying I have plenty of time to binge?
Yes. Yes, they are very, very fast reads.
Oh yeah, I can get through manga really fast.
Have a good night, Laura. Okay, who was I on? Brian, I just gave. So Andrew. I mean, Andrew, I'm gonna have access to your TBR in like a month. So
I'm Wizard. Remember
The whole TBR.
Only because I'm older.
okay, well, I'll just give
what
a.
would you recommend to me?
So that he can whip through it and have it read before you take over his TBR.
Right,
Or DMF it.
You're honestly, out of everybody here, you're the hardest one for me to pick a book for that I'm like, this is a book Andrew would love.
Let's go.
Man. You already read Down Below Beyond.
Yeah.
Dang it. That's the other problem we have. That's the other problem you have is that you've read
too much.
everything already.
I think I got an arc.
Go something non-speculative.
That's a good point. Do you even read anything non-speculative,
Like Lonesome Dove.
Wizard?
Like Lonesome Dove.
I mean, I've got like Bernard Cornwell, and I've got Pillars of Earth.
Okay, Andrew, I have one for you. So I don't know if anyone is familiar with Gary Paulson. He was a children's author way back when, and he wrote Hatchet and Dog Song and a bunch of other very well-beloved stories. And I actually got to meet him when I was a teenager, and I was teaching at a adult writers conference, and he was a lovely human. And his memoir it reads like a fictional story. And he talks about himself in third person. And honestly, this is one of my favorite memoirs I've ever read. And it's a young boy growing up in the woods. He has kind of a rough upbringing. And he discovers the magic of books through a very kind-hearted librarian who kind of changes the path of his life. And it's really beautiful. And it's like a growing up in the woods boyhood story. And it is really lovely. So that would be my rec for you. If I can get it back on my shelf. There we go. Okay, so Gone to the Woods by Gary Paulson.
I'm already adding it.
Awesome.
Ooh, the hardcover was only $11.
Yeah, I know. It was I think about that when I bought it too. Chris, you haven't read Mike Shackle yet, have you?
Nope. It's on the TBR, so
We Are the Dead would be a huge wreck for me.
you're moving me.
For you.
Yeah, I think you already
100%.
when you did your chunker video, I was like kind of already moving it up the list anyway.
Yeah,
So.
I think you would absolutely love Last War.
That's a solid wreck.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tori, I just finished Daughter of the Forest. Fantastic. Oh,
700 pages in 5 minutes.
God.
I saw your eyes fluttering. I was
Like-
like, he's getting downloaded right now.
Like,
isn't he?
for reals. People, you got to listen to her on these book recommendations. Wow. All I can say is wait for my recap.
You're going to do like
And you were right about those characters. Oh my God. I never take notes on books.
instant review.
But yeah, I mean, there was just so many points that I didn't want to let go. So
I love that for you, Brian.
oh my God, I'm so glad I jumped on.
What's the main character's name?
Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil the book for anybody.
I do want to hear your reaction to that scene with the gorilla, though. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Trisha's right. We should just start calling you Yori.
See, but here's the thing, though. Yor wears a lot of skirts and dresses, and she is 100% more feminine than I am.
It's not too late, Tori.
That we've been through that era. We've been through that era. Yeah, we've waved at it as it left.
The character is not about what they wear. It's about the heart they have inside.
What you wear is an expression of self, Andrew.
Can be.
Tori,
Can
that
be.
just means we have to get together again so I can do your makeup again, and then it's fine. It's fine.
Makeup is fine. I'm not putting a skirt on though. Oh man, but Yor is awesome. I love her. What I love so much about her and I like complain about strong female characters trademark all the time. What I love about Yor is she is struggling to figure out how to be a wife and mother in a very dysfunctional family that she gets randomly dropped into, and also she's an assassin. And the dichotomy of those two things together is just beautiful, and I love her so much.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're not, but the assassin part's a secret, Andrew.
You're gonna get more contracts now, believe me.
Okay, that's not too bad. Thanks, Enoch. 40,000. I will not be able to keep up with comments at that point, and that will be really depressing.
You'll have to hire somebody.
I was just gonna say you just gotta have a moderator at that point.
Yeah. Andrew, are there any books on the planet that you haven't read already?
I've got 300 of them behind me.
That's it? Those are the last ones.
Yeah, right. And then I'll be fully caught up until more people write new ones.
We're all working on it.
Right after.
Yeah.
I think you might be right, actually, Derry. I think I own exactly one skirt.
For
Me too.
funerals.
No.
I like Sal's
Easter.
comment, skirt, or we'll just sew a skirt over your favorite pair of black jeans.
No.
Bring the early 2000s back.
Yeah.
No. No, so funny story about that. So one of the things that most people don't know about me and will never ever experience, and that is totally fine, but I do own a skirt and I own a full belly dancing getup because I used to do that in high school, and I actually taught classes for our Phi Ed group.
That's amazing. I'm so impressed.
So that is the only skirt I have left.
I actually am surprised based on context.
I might need to borrow that belly dancing skirt for a video.
For a video? Yeah. I'll just buzz up to Minneapolis and hand
It's
it
like
off.
it's like the one prop Brian doesn't have, you know.
I mean, honestly, it's, you know me. Do it.
Yeah.
I used to joke that my dad's had every job but a belly dancer.
Well, I can send him some gear. Let's see. Yep, you were right, Derry. That's the only one I have left. All right, Andrew, Wizard. I'm used to only talking to one of you at once. Wizard, would you like to tackle this question, or would you like me to?
I mean, it's going poorly. In a nutshell, poorly.
When you started, there were 250 books behind you that you hadn't read, and now there's 300.
Yeah.
Well, no, to be fair, for me, I'm breaking even. I'm basically right where I left off at the beginning of the year. I've gotten rid of around 90 to 100 books.
You say that like we should be proud of you that you stayed status quo in this challenge.
Hey, that's good governmental economy, all right?
I've read about 55 books behind me, but I've bought like 150, 60 ish.
I mean, wouldn't you say Pete, as an accountant, would approve that you've retained? There is no.
Yeah, I'm basically broke even.
Yep. Yep. All dividends are even.
Yeah.
See, I have done poorly, but not with as big of numbers as Wizard. So I've read 16 books off of my shelf so far, and I've purchased 46 and then unhauled 6. So I'm negative 24 books into my Read Your Shelf challenge. But honestly, though, at this point last year, I'd probably purchased about double that many books. So I am doing a lot better with like not buying as much. And I've been... It's my birthday this week, so I'm going to try really hard to not buy a bunch of books. We'll see how that goes.
We'll all send you books.
I was just going to say, you're going to have people send you books.
I know, but then at least I can claim I didn't buy them.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And like, okay, in fairness, a couple of those, like when my friends come out with books, not naming any names, but when my friends come out with new books, I also purchase those. So that doesn't really count to me, I think. But
that's called girl math.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for backing me up, Kate. I'm appreciating you right now.
My loophole is I bought a whole bunch of Andrew Rowe books. Like I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Andrew Rowe books this month.
How's that a
to read.
loophole?
I decided to read 6 of them. So by the time I haul them, they count as read.
Okay. You're working really hard to make this work, aren't you?
I really am. People who follow me on Pengo are just like, why is Andrew constantly listing his bookshelf?
Well, because Brian, you've said in several videos now that like all of the books behind you have read.
Pretty much. So,
much.
except for this
Wow.
month. Except
Wow.
for this month, because it was birthday month as well.
Oops.
And as the channel's grown, some folks have sent me some books, and they're not small books, and
That's
some
not
folks
gonna
have
stop.
sent me trilogies. And yeah, so I'm actually going to do next week my first ever book haul video, because I never thought I would ever do one, because I just don't buy books in advance that much. But now it's like, hey, I want to show appreciation and thank people and let people know what's sitting here on the shelves now. But yeah, up until say 3 weeks ago, I'd read everything on that shelf, other than maybe Janny's books that maybe came towards the ends of April. But yeah,
Nice. I'm very impressed by that. 'Cause
now if you ask me what I remember about any of these books behind me, nothing, absolutely nothing. I could point to the ones that I really liked, but I can't tell you why. Dune, there was spice. People could like do things with
Dune
it
was a
and
spicy book.
last and live long time. So
Doom, book good.
yeah. Wheel of Time. Somebody came back from another reincarnation and good and evil. Yeah, there you go.
But here's the thing. I think that works sometimes because like Evie has one of my favorite book reviewing systems on the planet, where on Twitter she has a thread. This sparks joy or this does not spark joy. And that is all she ever says. And I love that. I always love seeing her new additions to that thread.
Perfect. Well, actually,
It's actually easier than the star system.
It's
Yeah.
true. Stars
Well,
are.
I saw Philip and AP made a video today that they're doing a new series, how to analyze literary work better. And I am so personally fired up for it, because I know if I pay attention to it, I'm going to be better at doing BookTube, having that knowledge. So I'm excited for that. Meanwhile, Andrew's got, he's got everything going on. We got the cats going on.
Wow.
Hi, Yoshi.
Oh,
Everyone acknowledge the cat butt.
That's awesome.
I am okay with black on black embroidered patches on my jeans. I'm good with generally black clothing. There's a lot. I've never been outside the US, Katie. That is one of the things on my bucket list that I really dislike about my lived experience thus far, is that I would really, really like to visit countries outside the US. And I have a list.
what are your top 5?
I mean, we're already going to Asia in 5 years, so
It's happening. Japan, South Korea, Norway.
Oh, I thought you were going to say North Korea.
No.
I was like,
No, thank you. No, thank you. South Korea, yes. North Korea, no. Norway, because that would be a heritage, like ancestry trip for me. And then does Scotland and Ireland count as one, or do I have to pick one?
No,
It's your list.
You said Scotland and Ireland.
Scotland, Ireland. I could see that being a really fun, like,
You could combine
trip
them.
together.
You
Yeah,
can
combine that trip. And then
Scotland's beautiful.
yeah. Man.
Gary's right.
New Zealand.
There it is. Yep.
Yep.
Gotta go to Middle Earth.
And I am 100% going to stop and see Derry when I go to New Zealand. 100%.
So Tori, I've been to Norway and I absolutely loved it.
Oh, I want to go so bad. I want to do a river cruise up there.
Yeah, do one of the fjord cruises. Go up to Bergen, Norway.
Okay.
Oslo is a little more touristy, but if
Yeah.
you go up to Bergen, it's a little more. It's a smaller big town kind of thing.
I have a close friend who actually, her family is from Bergen.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'll send some pics to you when I.
Okay.
maybe-
Yeah, I would love that.
I got to drop. I got to go do dad stuff.
Sounds
So,
good. See you later,
Have a great night.
wizard.
Bye,
Good
Andrew.
night.
See you next week, Andrew.
Bye.
yeah, see ya. Congrats on 4K. Can you say bye-bye?
Thanks.
Bye.
Good night.
Oh, what a cutie.
Yeah, and I know we've been going for almost 2 hours, so I'll drop us off pretty quick here, but I wanted to make sure I got through the last few comments. I don't know why you're being welcome to the dark side, Brian.
I think he's talking about book hauls.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
I look forward to that. I do want to also come to Canada because I know so many people in Canada now that I would love to. The hard part with Canada is that I have friends from like very different areas of Canada,
Right.
and it's not like you can just
Huge.
road trip.
Yeah, it's not,
Like, it's a little harder than that.
not Rhode Island.
Right. So, yeah, I will get to Canada eventually, Anita, I promise. Yeah, very different and same trip for Scotland, Ireland. I could see those two being a really great combo trip. I don't know if I didn't like Canada. I've never been there, Sal. I would love to come visit. Thanks, Derek. All right. So I will probably stop us there because I know for some of you it is getting late. But I wanted to say thank you very much for all of you for hanging out on my channel and being my friends, and for everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for being literally I could not ask for a better audience on this channel, to be perfectly honest. I have no complaints. Everyone is awesome. And I love the discussions that we get to have in the video comments and during the live streams. And BookTube has been a huge gift to me in the last 4 years. And I am very grateful for all of the wonderful friends that I have made here and will make in the future. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes from here. So
We are very, very, very grateful for you.
Mhm.
Yes,
stop
absolutely.
it.
Sorry,
We're
we're working
grateful
on
for you,
this.
Tori.
Take
Take it.
appreciation.
Take the compliment.
Accept it.
Blush.
Yeah, my face. Do you see my face right now? It's red.
Go white.
And it's
Yep.
really annoying when you're really, really, really white, because then when you get very red, it shows up very quickly. But yeah, thank you guys so much for getting me here, because I can only subscribe to my own channel once. So thank you for that. And again, please go down in the description box below. I have all of the links to all of these lovely people's channels down in the description box below. So make sure you give them a subscribe. And yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great week. Hope you're reading 5-star reads, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yay.
Okay, hold on.